What's up, everyone? Want to make a quick video on some of the things that I look for when I'm looking for trades on cryptocurrencies. I use a lot of technical analysis and chart analysis for my Forex trading, and as I've been trading more and more crypto, I've been coming to notice that some of these patterns actually work out on crypto as well. So it's pretty exciting stuff, and I'm going to start making some videos where I share with you guys some of the techniques that I've been using. I've transferred over from my Forex trading over to my cryptocurrency trading. So if you guys want to check out right here, this is Verge. I wanted to show you guys what I mean. So I want to show you guys the ascending triangle. This is an ascending triangle. It's the ascending or descending triangles or wedges are usually these patterns that we see where pressure builds up, and when you see this, you can tell because price will go from a higher high to a lower high to a lower high and lower until it creates this triangle, this wedge triangle type of thing, right? And from there it typically tends to break out, and we see this all over Forex, and I am starting to see the correlation with cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys an example, because before I show you guys where I think there's going to be the next breakout, I always look to the left, because when you look to the left you can see clues of previous price action, right? So as you can see right here, I see this triangle that's been kind of forming. Now if I take a line and I bring it along all the tops, I can kind of connect them all. And then I can take another trend line and kind of connect it across this wedge, and we create a wedge. You can see that price goes into a zone where it just comes down, touches, goes up, touches, comes down, touches, goes up, and it creates pressure. And what you can see what I mean by it's kind of like a consolidation. You see price just getting into a smaller and smaller pattern, kind of just creating pressure, just building up. Just kind of think of a soda bottle when you shake it and all the fizz starts to fill up the bottle and you can just feel the pressure building up. It's the same way. Just think of this as pressure's building up so much that it's starting to compact, it's starting to compress, right? And you can see what happens ultimately when we get to the very bottom of the to the very condensed part of the triangle. You can see that the breakout eventually then happens. So I am seeing a current pattern, another triangle pattern that's breaking out. And let me mention that the more well-defined the triangle or the wedges, the better the breakout and the better the odds of a breakout, because the wedge pattern and ascending and descending triangles are good patterns to trade, but they don't work 100% of the time. Nothing does. But the more you practice and the more you just kind of get a feel for how the market moves, the better you will be at picking out when it's going to work. And I mean, on its own, you probably will have a 70% success rate trading wedges, but if you were to get a feel for the market, that's when things start to get real interesting. But just because you have a 70% chance doesn't mean you're going to be profitable, because remember, trading is an art. There is a lot more to trading than to picking winning trades. Trust me, there's people who pick a bunch of winning trades but don't make money, and there's people who pick very little trades and get these incredible runs. So remember that. Also, I do want to remind real quick, this is not financial advice. This is me giving you my opinion, my experience, what I think, what I see, and I do this to help you guys. So I really don't see why people would take advantage of people to kind of, I don't know, hold them accountable. You should always do your own research. I'm just trying to give you guys insight. Back to the triangles. So I'm looking at this, right? And I look to the left and I see this and I'm like, okay, I saw a wedge breakout already. So, what do I see anything here? Do I see a wedge? Well, no, this is kind of just the top. It bounces around. Price kind of comes down, right? And then right here is where things start to get interesting. So you can probably already see what I mean, right? But I'm going to draw it out for you guys anyways in case you don't. So I connect the tops. Right? Create like... So, again, I'm drawing the wedge from the top. You can see that all the tops connect, and you want to look for the patterns when they create a triangle shape. So you can see that price comes down, bounces up, bounces up again from this level, and every time it comes down, it just bounces from this area. So I'm just going to draw this line right here to kind of show you guys what I mean. And you can see that this triangle, and I mean, I'll finish it out just for fun. You can see this what we call a triangle. I wish I could get rid of that writing. This triangle develops, right? So what I'm trying to say is that from here, I expect, and this is why I made sure I purchased some Verge from right here, I expect price to kind of look like this. I expect the next bar from here to look like this. Somewhere within this bar or the next one that comes up, there should be a breakout. Where? We don't know. I'm expecting it to go up because we are in a bull market. And I also see that this is an overall resistance point for this cryptocurrency. See how price kind of just holds right here? If price were to break this level and really start to move down past it, that'd be an issue for Verge. I could see Verge kind of crashing if it started to do that. I could see it moving way lower, maybe down to 10 cents, which would not be good. So I'm on the buy side, even though overall this is creating an even bigger wedge if you think about it, because we can take this and we can see that overall it's kind of declining. So when this breaks out, if it breaks out, it should break out, and I could see it coming down to about right here. So this is a good thing about being able to read charts, is you can see areas of where there's a good chance that price will go. So you can see there's a high, lower high, and the next, there has to be something that comes up to here. So what a coincidence, there's a wedge forming where it could easily break up and go to here. So again, guys, a lot of things to consider. This is some of the key stuff that we use when we trade, and you could even use, you know, Fibonacci extensions and retracements and whatnot, but stick to the basics. Keep your analysis basic and you will do pretty good. So I'm gonna continue the video once we see what has happened. Okay guys, so I came back to catch up and let you guys see what's going on with the trade so far. And as you can see, just as I kind of predicted, we're starting to break out here. This is where the triangle, you know, came down, and like I said, the pressure builds within the triangle, and sure enough, as soon as we got to the very bottom of the wedge, boom, you could see where price actually broke out all the way up to here and then pulled back a little bit, but kind of giving us that initial push to get us up and going. And as you can see now, the second bar is going up, and I'm sure the next candlestick will be even higher. I would not be surprised if we see a breakout to these levels up here. Hopefully we do break past where I said. Remember that I had stated that we're kind of within a bigger triangle here, although it'd be kind of hard to line it up, but you can see what I'm saying. I'm basically going to guesstimate that we would see a movement to about the 1500 Satoshi area, and yeah. So again, like I said, you can see that these wedge patterns are very interesting. They typically work out, and I mean, look, even if you didn't want to go for the long-term trade, let's say you saw this pattern building, you saw the wedge coming up, and you bought right here at a low point, you put in $5,000, it shoots up, you sell right here, you've already made yourself a few $100s with it. And that, I mean, once it got to this level and it broke up, it got even. Yeah, look, just, you see what I mean. You could have easily made a quick $200-300 within a matter of an hour of just, if you were to just stayed on top of this, and once you're around this area, just waited, boom, you see the breakout, you close it out, and that would have been a good easy trade right there. I mean, easy money. You close it out up here, it pulled back, you could have had a second chance to get in, because now I'm telling you, this is going to be a good area to kind of watch for price to go to. But I'm gonna let it run up a little more, and I'll do a little catch up with this.